Well, that goes for all the other things too. Stuff like when you say he's an idiot, and when you say, hey, George is a dumb guy. Does George know he is a dumb guy? Did ever just one person on earth acknowledge or admit that he's one of the above mentioned? I think not. But this is a topic for another time. Let's talk about hypocrites. Do any of you uneducated survivors know what that even means? Chances are, if you don't know what a hypocrite is, you are one. Oh, and by the way, by educated, I mean you can educate yourself at home too. Read some freaking books, look around, sit down, think, use your brain. That's what it's for, my man, or my woman. While I don't have any women, I don't like them, and I tell you why. They are also hypocrites. And I'm being honest, it is scientifically proven that more women are hypocrites than men. But that is an evolutionary reason. They have much higher expectations to live up to. And when they cannot live up to these aforementioned expectations, they pretend to live up to them, thus making them hypocrites. They become hypocrites, like weird-ass creatures transforming in the night under the moonlight. But let us not stray away from our main topic. Let me, Angry Greg, educate you a bit. So, hypocrisy is basically saying stuff and then not doing that stuff. Like preaching about eating healthy, and then you'll go home and eat the most unhealthy food you can just hope to find in your fridge. Pretending to be faithful and saying nasty things about people who have sex with a lot of people, then going home and spreading your legs for the post guy or the milkman. Or if you're a guy, telling everyone that you love your wife, and you tell everyone that all the other guys are dumb for thinking with their penises, and then you go out of town and you're putting your peeping to various women in various ways. So actually you are doing the exact opposite of what you are saying, because you want to be seen in a good light in the eyes of other people. And this is an interesting thing also. Why do most people want to be seen as a good guy with a good life, a good wife? Come on, just admit it. You're an asshole. You're a dirty, junk food eating, whoremongering, not wiping your ass after a crap taking ass bandit. And girls, you are whores. You like sex the same way as we do, even more dirtier, just admit it. We are filthy animals. This is Angry Greg, and you all can lick my leg.
What the beep is wrong with people? How can you confuse an Italian sausage with a Hungarian one? It's like confusing your mother with your sister. Wait, that happened to me once. Not that I did anything wrong with them, I mean I was just hungry, okay? Get off my back. Was it my girlfriend? I don't know, man, they taste all the same when you cook them right. That said, can you be vegan in the apocalypse? Like, we cannot really grow crops, can we? Or at least I couldn't. Well, maybe the earth I was planting them in was full with dead bodies, and that's not good for plants. Might just eat those bodies instead then while you're at it, right?
Angry Greg's Rage Radio, FM 96.6. If your face is wrong, I know a good fix. And I run away with the chicks. Okay, you know what I really hate? The school system. The education system. Like, I want to study what I like, what I'm interested in. You know? I know, we all should be able to read and write and, do some basic math and stuff. Math can be important, but other than that, I'm just not impressed with the way schools work. I mean, if I'm interested in history, I want to focus on that and not freaking chemistry class. I mean, it always felt like they were wasting my time, and the other thing, we should need more important things to focus on involving schools. Like, most people don't know how to fill out official papers, hell, even pay the bills correctly. I mean, is there a subject on these things in schools? Most people can't even write a letter properly and things like that. And just the way things work are bad. I mean, school is humiliating. The other kids laugh at you, Teachers laugh at you if you do something wrong or you don't know something. They make an example out of you. They want you to perform like all the other kids. But why should you be able to do all the things the others can? Let's suppose you're good at a foreign language and you sit in a math class and you just don't know what the heck is going on, you know. And they laugh at you, and then the tides turn. When the, I don't know, French class begins and you are good at French. Now the other kids cry and you are the only one who's laughing. It's just so strange, but this is how it works, I guess. But you know what's still the best part of all this is? I almost forgot. All of the schools burned down long ago. You know what I really radio hosts, man, those irritating, always talking, blabbering, bumbling idiots who think they know everything better than everyone else. They are always friendly, they are always nice. They tell you how hot the weather is even if it's cold as ice. They tell the news and they sound happy. Oh, and what else? Let's see. They know what to make you lose your weight. They know what you should eat after 8. Well, guess what, assholes? This is the apocalypse. I am glad if I am even alive till 8. Especially that neon synth radio guy. God, is he irritating, and he even thinks he's sexy. What the hell does that matter on the radio anyways? Just have a good voice and that's it. If you have a good voice, you can talk all the shit you want and people will still love you. You will always have a job. This is just utter nonsense. I swear to God, if I hear the voice of that guy one more time, I go to the radio station and just kick him in the armpit. I will kick his armpit because that is not the usual place you would kick, you know? Because that is not the usual place you would kick someone, you know? I want to make him feel special by not kicking him in the nuts or kicking his ass. I want to kick his freaking armpit. You know, the first thing I said before, that you only have to have a good voice, doesn't even apply to him. He does not have a good voice at all. Next up is our favorite masculine rock radio host, Shane. The guy who does not like rain. Well, guess what, asshole? I don't like rain either. But we are still not friends. He thinks he's cool, playing rock music, drinking beer. Yeah, we get it. Everyone who listens to rock or metal and drinks beer is so cool. With your dark clothes and your idiot attitude, till someone kicks you guys in the armpit. But your armpits must smell like a shithole, so I don't even want to get my feet anywhere near them. You are not worthy to be kicked in the armpit. You guys are not even good for that. Okay, who else we got? Oh, I know, the guy from Chat Till You Die, Jason. So let's see, actually Jason is okay. I cannot say anything bad about Jason, I like him. Seriously, no one can hate Chat Till You Die, not even me. Speaking about radio hosts, God, I'm a radio host too. Am I annoying? Should I hate myself? God, I hate myself.
This is Angry Greg Radio. Kids, my man, do I hate kids. I mean, now in the apocalypse, I don't see too many of them, thank God. But geez, I hated them so much back in the normal days. They were loud, they smelled, they were assholes. I mean, admit it. Everyone knows that kids are just tiny little assholes, and shit is flowing out of them constantly. And those parents, dear God, they always said we would overpopulate and all that. And they always say there are way too many people on the earth. But still they produce tons of these tiny assholes. Because hey, they said, I want kids, but other people should not have any because then there will be too many. I just don't get it, my man, I just don't get it. As for me, I like the way things are now. Please, people, keep killing each other. This is the best birth control that was ever invented. Way better than condoms or pills. Angry Greg, he runs you over with a Cadillac. This is Angry Greg's Rage Radio on 96.6. Okay,
now I'm really, really frustrated. Like, what's up with all the cacti in this world? Why are there so many of them? I just want to, I try to run them over, but as I kill one, there's another one. And there is just, no end to them. Like, if I would have a truck or a bus, I would just mow them down and scream while I'm doing it, But these things, they just keep throwing me around and slowing me down. God, I hate them. Last week I found a few guns and even a BB gun. I was just shooting at them. Shooting them, screaming, "Hey, you bastards, you are going to die by my hand. You little green bastards. Keep staring at me. Shut up, I swear I can hear them talk. I just hate them." I just don't get people who own cars, my man. I just don't get them. I mean, I own a car, but still I hate other people who own cars. Do you feel me? Do you feel what I have to say? Like, why do you need a car for? I mean, now in the apocalypse you have to drive to survive, to find food and water and whatnot, but people used to drive cars for no reason before this. You just go and drive to a shop that is 100 meters away from you. Then you could have easily chosen a bicycle or go on foot. Moving. Is moving still a thing? Moving with your own muscles and not motorized vehicles. When I was younger, before all of this happened, I was walking down the road, and a fat woman from a car looked at me like, "Oh, this poor kid is walking. No one has a car to get him from one place to another." I mean, all of this was written on her face. She was sweating inside the car like hell, but then again, I don't think she would be able to move on her own. She was so fat. But hey, lady, stay in the car. Please don't move any muscles. You might lose some weight, right? Hypocrites. My God, where do I even start with these bastards? And what always bugs my mind, do hypocrites know they are hypocrites? Did ever just one of them admit it to being one? Well, that goes for all the other sayings too, stuff like when you say, "He's an idiot," and when you say, "Hey, George is a dumb guy." Does George know he is a dumb guy? Did ever just one person on earth acknowledge or admit that he's one of the above mentioned? I think not. But this is a topic for another time. Let's talk about hypocrites. Do any of you uneducated survivors know what that even means? Chances are, if you don't know what a hypocrite is, you are one. Oh, and by the way, by educated, I mean you can educate yourself at home too. Read some freaking books, look around, sit down, think, use your brain. That's what it's for, my man, or my woman. While I don't have any women, I don't like them, and I tell you why. They are also hypocrites. And I'm being honest, it is scientifically proven that more women are hypocrites than men. But that is an evolutionary... technical way, I think they are fascinating. Maybe one day they can make robots that look like us, that talk like us, behave like us, have sex like us. Sorry again, man. But hey, this is an interesting thought. Let me get into it more. Robots mating. Robots producing offspring, my man. You know that will be a thing. I know it too, my man. I know a lot of stuff. That's why I run this radio station, not because there is no one left alive to run it. And now that we are talking about this, no one left alive, how many of you guys think that if the robots will develop consciousness, that they will try to attack, kill, or overthrow us? I think it's a little far-fetched, but, it could happen. So, back to our main topic, robots having sex. Our main topic is the future, but this is a really important part of it. Can you imagine robots that build each other? Okay, let's forget about sex now. I know I talked too much about it. So there are two robots. They build a more advanced robot than themselves. And, we have no business in this. we don't even know how they built it. You know what I'm saying? And just like genetic mutations and the evolution, that robot builds another one, and that robot builds another robot. You know? Man, you know, the building process and the whole speed of this whole thing will increase exponentially, my man. This is actually pretty horrifying to think about. CTYD Radio. Chat till you die.
This is Jason, and we have an interesting news for you today. Our scientists still don't know what caused the end of the world in 1979, but some researchers in Hungary had some interesting findings. They say their new experiments show that there is another timeline, and supposedly that one is the normal one, and we are living in a so-called derailed, not normal timeline. Basically, they say that something in 1979 caused the main timeline to split into two different parts. The other one went into a normal direction, into the future or something, and this one got screwed up and is stuck basically. We cannot really do anything about this, they think, but hopefully someday we can communicate somehow with the people from the normal timeline. Now that would be interesting, right? They also said that we must be sometimes in 9088 or something, but because the flow of the time is also screwed up, they are not certain about this date. Some other news. More and more scientists are concerned that the bacon you can find in abandoned buildings is actually not good for your health. Contrary to what the Hungarian pig apocalypse bacon factory says, of course. They keep saying that their food is the healthiest food you can find in these hard times, but people said they gotten hairy after eating it, and we had a caller who said that his mom began to make pig noises after eating 2 big slices of this particular brand of bacon. Then again, we should be happy that this factory still produces us something to eat. Have a day.
Chat till you die news. Today a man has been reported of chatting till he died. How sad, man. Although, I like it. I like it pretty much. I mean, I do not like the fact that the guy died. I like the fact that he died because of chatting, you know? I love chatting, man. I love it too, I must say. And he did it till he died.